Hi, YouTube followers. I'm Luisa
Yes.
Pinzon.
You don't have to be scared of saying it wrong.
I know. I'm scared of saying it wrong. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
This is such a beautiful woman, beautiful artist. Um, she does photography. And what else do you do? I know you like a curator.
Really just, my art is photography and then I curate events. That's it.
I recently saw you. We worked together in the We Me Empowerment. This lady has so much energy.
In 2 weeks, we gotta get it done.
Right.
Less than 2 weeks, actually.
Oh, so wonderful. I love your sense of purpose and sense of focus, and I think you like a challenge. Has your art always been challenging for you?
I think it's just life is challenging. It's not really because I choose to do something that's difficult. I think it's you choose something that you like, and it just happens to be difficult, and you just have to do it.
You mean you don't like easy assignments? You rather have challenging assignments?
No, I think I like easy assignments, actually. I would not mind, after working for Star Ledger, doing weddings, an easy assignment is welcomed. They're just rare. Oh, because people are complicated. Everything is complicated. You know, you just have to, it's life.
How long have you been doing art in Newark?
Art in Newark for over 10 years, probably like 12 years. Because I arrived here from Colombia, I arrived in Patterson, graduated from high school there, traveled to South America, came back, lived in New York for a while, different places, then came back to Patterson and then Newark. I've always moved around a lot.
And what is it, how do you define the art in Newark? Can you define that? Or what's that feeling?
I mean, it depends, because art in the city is so diverse that you couldn't just use one word. You know, I think it's always evolving. That's one thing I like, that it is evolving all the time.
So it's changed since you began doing art here in Newark?
I don't think it's changed. I think more people are part of it.
Right.
You know, I think that the people that have been doing it for a while, you know, again, we all evolve, but I don't know how much has changed. Maybe more spaces,
right.
You know, that are available. I don't know if a lot of them are available to local artists, but there's, you know, a mixture of things. I guess there's more people that think of Newark when it comes to art that didn't before. You know, that's always good.
What do you feel that artists can do to make the art better, or the art better in Newark?
I think what we all have to do is be more professional. We really have to fill out those applications, fill out those grants, go to the library. I know it sucks, and I'm one of those that I'm working on it. But that's what we need. That's what other artists have above us, that they actually submit and do things right. Because we know each other, we're like, oh, we're going to put the show together. Okay, so don't fill out that form. I know you. You know, we'll do this and no big deal. But that's not the reality of the professional art world. You know, you have to put your portfolio together. It has to be professional. It has to, like, not be taped with, you know, cheap tape around it. It has to be just presentation. Just like you're presenting your work, you should always try to do it the best way possible. You know, even if you can't afford it, we're creative people. We need to just be able to do that better. That I think is something that we need to definitely improve. Not our art, because I think everybody's art is beautiful in their own way, but it's the way that we present it and just how professional we come across.
Where do you see, and this is kind of a hard question, but where do you see the art going here in Newark?
That's an interesting question. Where do you see the art going? Definitely not. I don't see that it's being focused on the locals.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, that I do see. I don't see that there. I see a lot new art, and I do see it going somewhere, but I don't see like a particular place that you can go and say, these are Newark artists. This is, you know, our evolution. I don't know if you have that. Maybe City Without Walls offers that.
That's sad, and I'm not saying it's sad because you're saying it. I agree with that, too. I agree with your statement. I do agree with that statement.
It's sad, but it's true. But I think we can if we all, like anything, if we come together and we organize well, this is why with the photo collective, I want it to be a group of people, because it can't just be one perspective. It has to be, because my perception is different than yours, and my experience in life is different than yours. So I need to know your point of view from your own mouth and your own experience. That's why it needs to be a group of people. It cannot just be one person, one institution. It needs to be all of us trying to work together. We all have the same goal, which is for each one of us to be successful. Therefore, Newark is successful. We just have to figure out a way to work together.
So I hear you saying that our success as artists, specifically local artists, is that we're going to have to do more collaborations, more themes, and we have to work as collective.
Yes, absolutely.
So there's almost an unspoken, if I could say so, an unspoken enemy in terms of the art culture. This art culture that's really controlled by corporations. You have larger corporations that almost are like the puppeteer here, and the little local artists might not even have strings attached to the puppeteer.
But if you have a group of people, coming together, they cannot be ignored.
Yeah, and that's why I love this series, because when I talk to an artist like yourself, you add another piece to the puzzle that somebody hasn't spoke of for whatever reason. But what you're saying is so profound in terms of the strength and the survival of the local Newark artists. We're not talking about people that are hired from surrounding areas, and we're not negating that other artists can come and do work here.
Oh, yeah, of course, please.
But we're saying that the core of the art culture should be the local Newark artists and the surrounding vicinities.
Yeah, definitely. Because it says a lot about your city. Your city should be your artists.
Should be reflected.
Yeah, of course. Musicians too. I mean, there's so much talent here. There's a lot of performing arts that people just forget. There's a lot of really talented people in many, many fields. It's just finding that place, or those couple of places where we can all go and have these conversations. That's where we feel welcome and that we can actually do it.
Who makes those spaces? We're going to ask you to answer that on the second. Can you just? That's going to.